The pursuit of the world title. It transformed my life, and I've seen it transform the lives of others.
History being made.
An 8-time world champion.
From when I started 35 years ago, I never dreamed that surfing would end up in this place. But the level of surfing today,
Wow, what are we watching? Oh,
couldn't make me more proud to have been a part of it.
Oh my goodness.
10 unique journeys have led to this point. Some have been here before, but never like this.
That's a perfect 10 for John John Florence.
Good golly, Miss Molly. Clean, covered, and she is coming out.
Still traveling. Colapinto into daylight.
Man, this is women surfing, you know, like we're doing it. Hard ones to the girls.
The athletes, we are different. We are trying to push as high as we can.
History will be made, and legends will be crowned. Let's see who has what it takes.
It is a beautiful morning in Southern California, and the final 5 are preparing for Lower Trestles in the season finale at the Lexus WSL Finals. Teahupo'o preparing for a second world title. Pete Durbridge coaching Ethan Ewing, and the local hero, Griffin Colapinto, has another shot to try to fight for a world title on his home break here in San Clemente, California. What a day, a beautiful summer type feeling. The water's warm, and it's going to maybe get to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, about 32 degrees Celsius for my friends here on the set. Joe Turpel, Felicity Palmatier, and Richie Lovett. Wow, Flick, what a year. 9 big events in the regular season. So much to celebrate, the return to Cloudbreak. And now we're here to crown our world champions.
I know, this is the finale. I'm so excited because this is my first finals day. Usually I'm back in Australia in the early hours of the morning, so good morning to everyone back home in Australia. But yeah, there's so much energy here, and I'm ready to rip in.
Richie Lovett, I know you love this wave. Well, because I was here when you won 20 years ago over Taj Burl. Why is this one of your favorite waves in the world, and why is it so meaningful for the World Title Showdown?
It's a super high performance wave. You know, it's where surfers can put on their best performance, they can put their best foot forward, and it's a pretty even playing field. We've got the left, we've got the right, and we're in for a huge day of action.
Let's focus on the bracket. It's going to move very quickly today, so fantasy surfer players, make sure you're set for match number 1 on the men's side. Remember, the change here from last year, the top seed in match 1 has priority. That's Ethan Ewing taking on Italo Ferreira. The winner out of that takes on Jack Robinson in match 2. Winner of that takes on the local boy, Griffin Colapinto, the number 2 seed. And whoever makes it through match 3 takes on world number 1, John John Florence, who's hunting for a 3rd world title today. Also looking at the women's bracket, this will actually be the first match to kick off the morning. Molly Picklum back to world number 4, just like she was last year. We'll start with priority over Tatiana Weston-Webb. Winner takes on Brisa Hennessy in match 2 from Costa Rica. And then the winner of that takes on the reigning world champion, Caroline Marks. Whoever gets through match 3 will face off with an 18-year-old phenom named Katie Simmers. Simmers, world number 1, John, world number 1. I wonder what kind of pressure they're feeling, not wanting to lose their season at this point.
Yeah, I mean, coming in at that number 1 seed, you're kind of the person that has something to lose. Everyone else is gaining on you. They're on the attack, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt to that pressure.
A lot of talk about Italo as well. As far as the Brazilian Storm story, it's up to him on the men's side to keep that streak alive.
Yeah, absolutely. And given the swell forecast, you know, people are really starting to think about Italo and that really fast-paced game that he brings. He's going to be one to watch today for sure.
Well, I'm feeling like it could be the end of the season today, crowning our world champions. We've been on yellow alert. Let's see if we can turn that into green. Our commissioner, Jesse Miley-Dyers, with AJ McCord.
Thanks so much, Joey. Yeah, Jesse, we've been watching the waves all morning. Give us the call here for Lower Trestles. Yeah, we're officially on. Today is going to be finals day, and we're going to crown world champs. We're going to be starting at 8 a.m., starting at 7:55 with those introductions for the first match. So it's going to be a massive day for us. and walk us through what you're expecting from the conditions today. So, yesterday was really a really good sign for us. We had great waves through the afternoon, so we're expecting that to actually push through today. Our partners at Surfline have been having a look for us, and all signs for today are really good. And we know that it's going to continue throughout the this morning and push into the afternoon. So it's a big day. It's a full day down here, and we're expecting waves all for the entire thing. All right, Joey, so ask and you shall receive. From yellow to green, we are on for the Lexus WSL Finals.
How good is this? What a day for pro surfing. World titles going down today, and we'll be crowning our champions this afternoon. Big thanks to Surfline, because we've been bugging you for about 3 weeks. What is it going to be like? And we're going to crown our champs on opening day of the waiting period as we bring up the maps from Surfline.
Yeah, I think the good thing about California is you get a pretty good indication a few weeks out. We've all been looking at the event waiting period, and we've seen that one big blob. It's happened to be on this first opening day of the waiting period. It formed about a week ago in the South Pacific, and it's lining up for a beautiful day of competition. I'm pleasantly surprised it's picked up since yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you can see here on the screen, surf in the 4 to 5 foot range on the faces. It'll hold throughout the entire day. I think the winds are going to be quite variable too, quite light. So really, it's the perfect stage. We're set to go.
It's going to move by very quickly, starting at 8 o'clock local time here in Southern California for match number 1. First up, it's the women, Molly Picklum and Tatiana Weston-Webb. And we'll continue that rotation through the day. Match 2 will start around 9:15. The match 3 will be out there at 10:35. World title matches, best out of 3, right around lunchtime at 12 o'clock. High tide is about 11:20 this morning, and we really saw how much Lower Trestles loves that title push yesterday in the practice session.
Yeah, I feel like more energy, a little bit more push, and a little bit more power too, and maybe even a little bit touch more size. The only question mark is just that wind, and when will it kick in?
Well, coming up next on Dawn Patrol, the focus will be on world number 1, John John Florence, chasing a 3rd world title. His last one back in 2017. We'll be right back. Perfect 10 for Baron Mamiya. Molly putting her head down, grabs the rail, Pipeline pulls up and under. She's still going and gets the exit.
Molly Picklum, the perfect 10. Deep one for weston-webb. Wow, what are we watching?
That was absolutely insane.
10s all the way across the board.
Medina, the cavern, another drainer.
He was so deep on that, insane.
It is a 10-point ride.
Giant Good That's a perfect 10 for John John Florence.
Big thanks to our friends at Yeti for helping us celebrate every 10-point ride this season, and all those 10-point rides. The surfers got the Yeti 110 Tundra cooler filled with Yeti gear, and it was awesome to celebrate. Will we see the first perfect 10 at the Lexus WSL Finals? We'll find out. For now, we're going to split the peak and check out the lowers left with a couple of our favorite goofy foots. A big good morning to Kaipo Guerrero and Jesse Mendez to break down the men's bracket.
Thank you, Joe. Jesse, when we talk about the left here, we'll see how many times it's going to be utilized in the matches. But speaking of matches, we know in the title match, we're going to see John John Florence going for a 3rd world title. But he's got a lot of guys gunning for John John as we check out the bracket. Who's going to meet John John Florence in the title matches?
I don't know who's going to meet them, Kaipo, but one thing for sure, first thing that comes to mind at John's for me, it's a surprise element. We haven't seen John in a jersey here in the last 7 years, but we don't know what to expect from him. But one thing we can expect is he's one of the most progressive surfers on tour. He's not scared of going big, and he has one of the best rail games in the business. So if you can combine all those things together and put it in a couple of heats, it's going to be very hard to beat today.
Yeah, new to this format, John John Florence, but when we look at his CT analytics. He's got a semifinal here. He's made the final here. He has a 54% heat winning percentage for John John Florence. So a third world title is his to win today or his to lose.
I know, and it's a big pressure. As you see it right here, he's ripping boards looking good. It's a little bit smaller yesterday, so today is going to actually help him out. We look back, number 1 seed Felipe and Gabriel always won the event. This is going to add some pressure to him. Let's see if he can pull it off and keep the number 1 seed to take the title home.
100% conversion rate on the men's side for the number 1 seeds when we talk about those title matches. And those title matches were sweeps by Gabriel Medina, Felipe Toledo, back-to-back. Will history repeat itself? We're going to find out today. Can't wait to get things started.
I know, I can't wait. It's going to be a fun day. Waves are bigger, so can't wait to watch it go down.
Well, so that's number 1 for the men's, but we got to talk about number 1 for the women's. We're talking about a teenager out of Oceanside, California, Katie Simmers. Will she win her first world title today? More talk on Dawn Patrol.
Bless each of you, Olong Makna, Rimi Ruktum, for you have come a long way. May the blessings of the ocean be yours as you dance on the surf of this great ocean. For you are indeed the surf dancers, the Olong Makna, Rimi Ruktum.
The WSL would like to open this event by formally recognizing that Trestles is the modern name of the Ahashiman village site known as Panhe. The Ahashiman people have been in this place we call Orange County for over 10,000 years. They're incredibly kind people, welcoming us every year to this part of the world. And Adelia Sandoval, a spiritual leader, is always bringing us her customs, her traditions, and gave the final 5 gifts at the opening ceremony. Thanks for being with us. Lexus WSL Finals. It is on. Green lit to crown our world champions today. Joe Turpel, Felicity Palmatier, and Richie Lovett. I can't imagine what the energy is like for the final 5, especially for those that are competing in this event for the first time, including an old guy like John Florence, who's just 31, but he's the veteran.
Oh, no, he's the veteran, and he's out there for the first time. Number 1 seed. Best place to be. You're coming in fresh. However, he does have something to lose. Everyone else has got something to gain. I've said it already, but that's the theme, right?
It's totally the theme. And you look at Katie Simmers now. She was here last year as the number 5 seed, got past Molly Picklum, but what a different feeling she must be having wearing bright yellow this year.
Yeah, I think it's attack versus defense, and I think Katie, if she can actually come out and find that real happy place between those two mentalities, then she'll do really well. Obviously, one of the most exciting women on women's surfing today. I feel like we're going to see her attack the lip, bring that progressive element in, but wow, what a lineup of women just waiting to have a crack at taking that title from her.
Carissa Moore was always open, saying she was trying to figure out what to do with herself in a day. You know, she'd get her warm up, and then do you watch? Do you go home? Do you see what competitor's coming for you? And it was still kind of a question mark. For Katie, she's in this hot seat for the first time, and when you compare her to the final 5, she's had some really good results in the past. You know, obviously only 2 years on tour, 3 big wins this season. And I caught up with her coach, Tommy Whitaker, and they actually modeled out the timing for what she'd experience as the number 1 seed today, yesterday. So she had the same break that she'll experience today, went back out there, and he was really proud of what she turned in.
Yeah, that's super smart, right? I mean, practice makes perfect, and what I just love about her surfing is she does have the ability to emulate a free surfer when she surfs in contests. It's drawing different lines, and it's something different for the judges to look at, and by the start of today, we're going to know why that first wave gets scored by the judges, what they're looking for.
As we look at the head-to-head history with the final 5 against world number 1 Katie Simmers, Katie undefeated over the bottom seeds, 4 and 5, Picklum and Tatiana. Things change, though, when you look at Brisa and Caroline. What's the biggest threat for you, Richie?
Yeah, I think Caroline's coming in with a whole lot of confidence, and maybe that's playing into the psyche for if Caroline does make that final heat up against Katie. You know, there will be that little rivalry that, Caroline's got the nod on that one so far.
Looking forward to that one as it sets up, but we're also looking forward to hearing from our good friend. I could hear you already, Waz. Strider, good morning, my friend. What's happening out there?
Oh, my gosh, the froth levels are through the roof. We got a set coming, and you know what? It is on. I mean, Don't even need coffee this morning. We're going to paddle out a little bit because we don't get caught inside.
Well, that's right, Waz. Well, did you see any of the Final Five out there this morning for a warm-up?
You know what? Griffin Colapinto and Caroline Marks in the lineup this morning. Chris Ward trying to give him the set. Griffin said, hey, go ahead, Chris. It's your wave. It was pretty amazing. He's actually on a wave right now. Go, Chris Ward. Sick. Insane.
Wow.
So psyching.
That's awesome. What about the consistency? Any difference from what you saw yesterday in the practice to what we're seeing today?
I'm seeing a lot of waves. We got a lower interval, 14 seconds at about 2.8 feet, which is giving us more consistency right now with tides pushing in, and really, really good today. I mean, I feel like this is the best day we've seen in a long time, so we're blessed and we're very fortunate to have these conditions out here today. We're psyching, kind of the perfect size, to be honest. You know, head high lowers is about all it needs to be the most high-performance wave in the world.
Good man. Water's warm, Waz. Enjoy the day. It's going to go by quick, my friend.
Let's go, baby. All day.
That's right. All day in the water with Strider Raspberry Wazalewski calling the action in the World Title Showdown. The Lexus WSL Finals is on, kicking off at 8 o'clock in the morning local time. We'll kick off match number 1 right after this.